We've been in Shoalhaven on the New South Wales South Coast for the last week, and we keep asking ourselves the same question again and again. Could we live here? Could we retire to the south coast of New South Wales?
In this Australia travel vlog, we're going to explore the best food, things to do, and experience life in the south coast of New South Wales, Australia.
The stereotype of Australia is that there are kangaroos hopping down the street, and that's not true most of the time, but it is true some of the time. So if you do come down to Australia and you want that experience, come to Lake Conjola on the south coast of New South Wales. It's a beautiful little town right on the lake, and it's got so much wildlife, very colourful birds, and best of all, the kangaroos that come right up to the houses.
We're on the banks of Lake Conjola, and it's such a beautiful and serene setting. And right behind us is, I think they're called, are they a murder of kangaroos? I don't know. There's a group, a mob. There are a mob of kangaroos behind us. And there's one male that looks pretty beefed up. So we're not going to get too close. We'll just admire them from afar.
Yeah, look at his biceps.
I thought we'd spook them away, but they're letting us get really close to them. This is so cool. Milton is such a charming town, and it's a great place to spend a relaxing day just boutique shopping, looking at all the different art galleries and studios, and having lots of delicious food.
To discover the best restaurants of Milton, make sure you check out our Milton food vlog.
On a rainy day in Milton, we highly recommend checking out the galleries. So there are a really good range of galleries around here, and they showcase local artists. So you've got woodwork galleries, you've got pottery, and we're currently at Millhouse Gallery, which showcases some of the brightest and best painters from the Shoalhaven area. Ulladulla is one of the biggest towns in Shoalhaven, New South Wales, and it really has all the amenities you need. So it's got supermarkets, it's got restaurants and cafes, it's got hardware stores, gyms, you name it. One of my favourite things is the arcade Funland, which is right in the centre of town. There's really so much to do here. So you've got the beautiful harbour behind me. There's the lighthouse, there's beautiful coastal walks, and right now I think we're going to escape the rain and go to the library. As a kid, I came to Ulladulla on a family holiday, and I have fond memories of Funland. But coming here as an adult, I didn't realise how big it is. It's absolutely massive. We have it under good authority that the Treehouse Cafe is the best cafe in Ulladulla, and I am pretty sure that's the case because this food looks amazing. So a lot of the locals really love it for the breakfast, but I really thought that the lunch menu looked really good. This is the lamb gyro. It comes with the lamb shawarma. It's got couscous, it's got lots of veggies, it's got tzatziki and different dips in there, and then it comes on pita bread. So really colourful and beautifully plated dish, and it really is quite a tree house. So the trees actually go right up the side of the cafe. It's got a really cosy atmosphere, and the place is packed. So make sure you get there early to get a seat. They do breakfast and lunch, and they're right in the heart of town. So, really excited to dig into this. This looks like quite a hearty meal, and the prices were really good as well. So this was $23. This is probably the most expensive menu item. Other items, you've got burgers that are around $17, $18. A lot of other dishes which look really good as well. So if you do have time, I reckon this would become a favourite, and you could come here again and again and just eat through the whole menu. They've also got good drinks as well. but we're just sticking to the food today. Oh yeah, that lamb is so soft it just pulls apart. Goes really nicely with the tzatziki. Oh yeah, and I always like couscous, it's just so fluffy. And then you've got all the veggies giving it a nice bit of healthiness. So all the food here is really healthy, really nourishing, very tasty. So we highly recommend Treehouse Cafe.
How good does this look? So if you're looking for pizza in Ulladulla, make sure you come to the original Tony's Pizza restaurant. We've got the Four Seasons family pizza here. This was $29. Oh, and it looks so mouth-watering. Now I'm just gonna grab some. There are a couple of pizza restaurants and Italian restaurants in town. Now they're all from the same family, funnily enough. So this pizza restaurant has been around since 1970. So Tony, the father of the family, first started this restaurant, and now it's currently run by, I believe, his son Roy, and next door is the Italian restaurant that's run by Tony's son Carlos. There's also one more pizza shop called Tony's Pizza that's run by Tony Jr. You're all covered by Tony's family when you're in town. So the Four Seasons Pizza has prawns, it's got cabanossi, ham and mushrooms. So it looks very, very tempting. What I like about this pizza is the thin and crispy base, the generous helping of cheese, and the nice mix of surf and turf of the prawns of the ham. Yum. We've been talking to AJ, who made our pizza, and he's actually the grandson of the original Tony. So yeah, really lovely guy. And he was so good to give us his dessert pizza. So this is a biscoff pizza. On the top you've got a cream cheese topping, and then under that you've got a caramelized topping. Oh, I love caramel, I love cream cheese, and I love pizza. So, yum. Oh, yum. That caramel, it's almost like it's honeycomb in a way. It tastes to me like honeycomb. Oh, but it's so decadent. Oh, I love this. So it's very sweet, the caramelized part's sweet, but then it's balanced a little bit by the cream cheese. Oh, this is wonderful. Make sure you check this out if you've got a sweet tooth. Other Ulladulla restaurants you must try are Tenoshi Japanese restaurant for their great bento box lunches, Thai Flavours Mollymook for some tantalising Thai food, and Hayden's Pies offers a mouth-watering selection of savoury and sweet treats. Ulladulla is a vibrant community with a lively social scene. Enjoy a fun evening of pub trivia at one of the local watering holes, or head to the Ulladulla Bowling Club where you can play a round of lawn bowls and unwind with a drink at the clubhouse. With a variety of social activities and events, there's always something happening in Ulladulla to keep you busy. It's freezing at the moment, but looking forward to having a bit of a swim. It's actually warmer in the water than it is out, so at 6:30 in the morning we're going to swim with the Mollymook Ocean Swimmers. So they do a short course to the rock and back, or the long course, which is like 1.5 kilometres up and down the beach. So I'm doing the short course and they're heading off now, so I'm going to go. How was that?
There was a full double rainbow when we stopped at the end and looked back. It was absolutely amazing.
Had a good swim?
Yeah.
If the beautiful vista of Mollymook Beach isn't tranquil enough, a short drive over the hill will bring you to the serene Narrawallee Beach. This beach has gentler surf and is less busy than Mollymook Beach over the summer months.
Narrawallee Beach is a beautiful long stretch of sand in a secluded part of Shoalhaven. It's perfect for romantic walks along the beach. The rooftop at Bannisters Pavilion is a must-eat at Mollymook. So it's a beautiful rooftop bar on the top of Bannisters Pavilion Hotel. This restaurant is a Rick Stein restaurant, famous chef, and he's got a fine dining restaurant as well as some poolside bites. So we've got the eggplant chips here. We've had them a couple of years ago and we've been dreaming of coming back and having them ever since. They're $14, they're thick cut, and they come with this black garlic aioli, which is really, really good. So you can see it's got a really nice crumb, it's thick cut, and this sauce looks all luscious and glistening. That aioli is so flavorful. It's got a nice crunch, and this is the only place I've ever had eggplant chips at before, and they're just so good. Really gooey on the inside, and yeah, just so decadent. Now, if you're not familiar with Bannisters, it's a chain of boutique hotels, and they've got something to suit everyone. So from the luxury of Bannisters by the sea to the more contemporary hotel of Bannisters Pavilion, which is where we are, to Bannisters Beach House, which is a more relaxed feel. We highly recommend Bannisters in Mollymook. It's a great space with delicious food. Cupitt's estate is a beautiful vineyard set on the outskirts of Ulladulla. So it's got a gorgeous setting overlooking the vineyards and the countryside. They've got a fine dining restaurant with a paddock to plate philosophy, a casual dining area as well, and you can also stay on site, so they do have accommodation here if you feel like it's too far to go after you've had your beautiful meal. So we're in the fine dining restaurant at the moment, and we've got for our entree the blue swimmer crab pasta. It's got a generous amount of swimmer crab. Looks like it's got some caviar in it, nice amount of herbs as well. Oh, that's really tasty. So the pasta's cooked al dente. You've got the beautiful burst of flavour from the roe, and then the swimmer crab is just so decadent and delicious. And this entree was $28. For our mains, we have a black Angus flank with a Paris butter and some baby carrots. So this looks absolutely delicious. And it comes in a nice little gravy there as well. We got it medium rare. Oh yeah, so that's looking quite tender there. That steak is so juicy, and it's got a really nice salty umami taste to it. Then we've got some baby carrots. Ooh, these are quite juicy and tender as well, and nicely seasoned. So this is $46 for the steak. I think that was the most expensive plate on the menu. I think it's really well worth it. It's a good amount of steak. It's beautifully cooked, great fresh ingredients. So for a fine dining experience on the South Coast, I think this is a really great option.
Shoalhaven has an endless amount of options if you're wanting to get back to nature. So there are heaps of coastal walks. There are also heaps of bushwalks as well, just like this one. So we're going to Mount Kingman. The most famous walk in the Milton Ulladulla area is the Pigeonhouse Mountain Bushwalk. So it is a little bit tough. You will be going up railings and climbing a fair bit, but the views are worth it. So we did that a number of years ago, and we didn't pack for water, which was really silly of us, and it was a really hot day, and it was a lot steeper than we expected. However, we really enjoyed it, and the views are just spectacular. We also recommend the One Track for All coastal walk in Ulladulla. It's a cultural walk created by the local Aboriginal community and has spectacular views. The Warden Head Lighthouse walk was another great coastal walk that we enjoyed. The Warden Head Lighthouse lookout in Ulladulla is an awesome place to do some whale watching. So between May and July, the whales head north to warmer waters, and then between August and November, they come back south again. They're the prime seasons to do the whale watching.
Burrill Lake is a really charming little village, just 5 minutes drive south of Ulladulla. It's got a really peaceful vibe. You can go fishing, there's water sports, there's some great little cafes and shops, and there's even a beach.
Behind me is an ancient Aboriginal cave. So archaeological evidence has shown that the First Nation people, the Mirramarang people of the Yuin Nation, lived here for in excess of 20,000 years before white settlement. Sadly, with white settlement, these people were forced out of their homes, and this cave was not used from the 1930s onwards.
So sadly, Australia does have a long history of racism, both to its First Nations people and more generally. Most of the time, people are absolutely lovely, and when we've been in the South Coast, by and large, people have been so friendly and so welcoming to us. But we have, in the couple of days that we've been here so far, had a couple of incidences of racism. One was the worst piece of racism that I've actually ever experienced in Australia. A person yelled at me out of his car saying what I was doing wasn't what we do in Australia. And when John said that I'm as Australian as that guy, he took it as an insult, got out of his car and threatened to fight John. So that really shook us up. We weren't sure if we were going to mention it in our video or not, but we thought it was important to just let people know that these incidents still do happen, and it's quite unnerving for the people that experience it.
It's breakfast time, and so we've decided to come to Rosie Oats at Burrill Lake. So they've got a whole range of really nice and well affordable food. We've gone with the smoked salmon bagel, so this was $15, and we've also gone with the ubiquitous egg and bacon roll, so that was $11. And they've got a whole range of different things to choose from, acai bowls, there's banana bread, there's also a range of sandwiches as well. A really good range, really good prices too. And they also have really interesting smoothies. So we've got this banana smoothie with a twist. So this is a banana chai smoothie. So I've never had that before. It'll be really interesting. So I'm gonna try this to begin with. I think this is chai on the top. It makes for a very nice decoration. Ooh, oh, that's really interesting. So to begin with, you get the hit of the banana, and then what lingers are the spices of the chai. That's really tasty and a really unique combination, so worth checking out. So I love my egg and bacon rolls. So you had a choice of tomato sauce or barbecue sauce. I always opt for the barbecue. Let's just open it up. That's what it looks like on the inside. You just can't go wrong with the barbecue egg and bacon roll. What I like about Rosie Oats is that the food is really delicious, it's really affordable, and it sits beside the lake. Now they've also recently renovated their store, so it looks really pretty on the inside too. So if you're looking for a good value breakfast, make sure you come to Rosie Oats. So Jay, do you think you can live on the south coast of New South Wales?
I think I could. I really like it here. So the scenery is absolutely stunning, like Cupitt's estate behind us. They've got a really good range of beaches as well, and then there's so many dining options.
We loved Milton in particular, and so much so that we felt we needed to dedicate a whole video for that. So make sure you check that one out too.
And they've really got everything you need here. There's a lot of shops and restaurants, and there are hospital facilities as well.
So if you do need specialist medical treatment or advice, you may need to go back to the major centres like Wollongong or Sydney. But for the most part, there's plenty of allied health services. There are small hospitals, but the big stuff, you've got to go elsewhere.
Overall, it's a beautiful place to live. It's also only 3 or 4 hours drive from both Canberra or Sydney, which makes it a great position for getting to the major cities. So it really is a beautiful place to live.
So we hope you enjoyed our Australia travel vlog about the south coast of New South Wales. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and leave us a comment.
And we've got plenty more travel videos like this from Australia and around the world, so make sure you subscribe.
We are Bucket List Travellers.
See you next time.